Okay, so I recently switched my hair color over just a little bit red, and you know, it's actually like a auburn, but anyway, I'm loving the color. And of course this is a wig. I did not dye my natural hair, but I want to do my makeup in more cooler tones because I feel like even though this is a little bit of a warmer tone, I feel like the cool tones will help to offset that. I'm gonna use this Photo Finish Smashbox primer. This is so old, but I still have a lot of it left, so I kind of want to use a primer today because my pores are a little bit large and I feel like this will help to minimize my pores. But of course, you guys know primers, they will help to mattify and help your foundation to stay on. All right, so my foundation of choice is going to be the KVD Good Apple foundation. I've spoken about this one so many times. Like, it's definitely a really good foundation with good coverage. I like the feel of it. The shade that I'm using is definitely more warm. This one is Tan 66, but you know, it's about to be the summertime, so I like to go, well, typically because I'm not in the sun at all, I will use a warmer shade all year round, but I've been told that I have some cooler undertones in my skin. I don't see it, but you know. So yeah, if you want more of like that natural kind of look, but still gonna give you some coverage, this is like, the foundation itself is full coverage, but this to me is medium. And of course that's good enough because I'm gonna take this into a full coverage just by adding powders and concealers and bronzers. All right, for my concealer, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This one is in the shade Medium Warm. This is a really good, affordable concealer. Now, I think what I'm gonna be doing as far as like my eyeshadow goes, those are gonna be more cooler tone. Foundation, I mean, it just is what it is. I love the foundation combination that I use because if I try to do something different, then sometimes it ends up looking crazy. I'm just gonna tuck this hair behind my ear to get it out my face. Now for my bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Terracotta shade from Anastasia. Now this one is a little bit darker, so definitely I'm gonna start by just kind of placing it right here. I haven't blended my concealer yet because I want to build up coverage a little bit, but I also don't want to look too muddy, especially when you're using cool tone bronzers, because they're supposed to have like a little bit of a shadow or whatever. But I'm just gonna build up just a little bit of coverage around the outer parts, and then we will blend everything together. And I am gonna be going in with another warmer tone bronzer. Now this is a fluffy Sigma brush. This is like their angled contour. I'm just gonna use that just to diffuse any lines and just blend that product in a little bit better. And then I'm gonna take my concealer brush and just start pressing that concealer into the skin. But I only wanna keep it in that area. I don't wanna drag it out too much. Now, honestly, I could have let this sit a little bit longer and let it build up more coverage, but because it's such a light concealer, and then I am gonna bring that down or on top of the lip. Now here's where that other bronzer is gonna come into place. So this one is just a cream contour stick from Juvia's Place. I've had this for a while, so it is discontinued. But another option for you to be able to use is going to be the Black Opal. They have one in the shade Bronze, and it's really nice. So now I'm just gonna go back over this and start blending it out. Now, I don't like to contour my nose too much in detail, but I will take like what's left over on the bronzer and just kind of go down the sides of my nose because I don't know, I just like the look of it, but I don't like harsh contour lines. It's just not my thing. And then I'm gonna go over the forehead, and there's product on the brush. So I like that because it will minimize like the concealer looking too bright. And then everything just starts blending in very seamlessly together. And you can repeat these steps, but I think for me, that's kind of warm enough. That's kind of right where I want it to be. Now I am gonna go back in with a little bit more of a lighter concealer, but that is after we apply our blush. And then I'm gonna be using Pink Lady from Juvia's Place. I don't really see people using these too much anymore, but they are really good blushes. I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to go see the movie Sinners. It is so good. It is so good. I saw it on like Thursday before the actual release of the film. They typically, the movie theaters will have like early screenings, and so I went to one of their early screenings, and the movie was so good. It was so good. I think I'm gonna go watch it again because I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I also like I deep dive into anything, whether it's spiritual, whether it's like horror based on a true story. Like I'm that girl that likes all kinds of murder mysteries, sci-fi, things like that. And I am obsessed with this movie. Michael B. Jordan did his thing. He did his thing. My mom is an identical twin, and you know, he made me believe that he had an actual twin. Like the movie, like the acting, and not just Michael B. Jordan. I'm talking about everybody that was in this movie did the damn thing. Like it was so good. The message behind everything was just really good. I'm gonna go see it again because it's only in IMAX theaters for like 2 weeks, and then I guess they'll just be showing it in like its regular format. But guys, it was such a great movie. Like I left feeling full, fulfilled. Everything about the movie, chef's kiss. Loved it. So if you haven't gone to see the movie, you definitely need to, because yeah, it's one of those ones. And it's been a long time like since I've gone to the movie theater and been like, oh, hell yeah, I want to see that again. Normally I'm just like, okay, that's good, moving on. But no, I've got to see this again. So I just put more concealer on, and of course I'm gonna bounce in between blending that blush and that concealer so it just doesn't look too crazy and not seamless. And then we'll go over this with a powdered blush as well. So I'm doing my face before I do my eyes, which is kind of backwards because sometimes I do my eyes and then I do my face. I don't really have like a set formula today, but yeah. I'm gonna be using my Fenty Pro Filter powder. I actually hate this powder. I do, it's like putting flour on my face, but I mean, I've got like a brand new jar of it, and you know, I want to use it up because baby, we don't have money to waste over here. So I don't know, it's just something about this powder that just doesn't, it's just never been one of the ones that kind of stood out to me. And so I mean, I can make it look good like any other powder, but it's just not my favorite. Should I say that? It's not my favorite. And Rihanna has some good products, like her bronzers, her lip products. I'm not the biggest fan of the foundation because it has like a really sweet smell to it, and my skin has broken out while using it. And so I feel like it really looks good on, you know, other people, but it doesn't really do anything for me. So yeah, I'm just setting all the places where I put that concealer, and then I'm gonna actually use my Fenty powder bronzer. It's so good, y'all. I have Sprite soda mixed with mango syrup. Oh, it's so good. But let me put you on real quick. So this is a BrewMate cup. Now, I'm a Stanley girl. I have so many Stanleys. I have like the accessories to dress up your Stanleys. But this, oh baby, this is a BrewMate cup. And let me show you something. Stanley can't do this. Stanley can't do this, okay? I absolutely love this cup because you can lock it in place, which means the drink ain't going nowhere, and you can open it and drink your drink. I love this cup. I got mine from Dillard's, and you can too. So I'm gonna be using my Fenty bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie, and I'm just gonna use that just to define my cheeks a little bit more. You kind of see where it's starting to sculpt it out. And I really like this combination because it's it's like not too much, not too muddy, not too bronzy. And then I'm gonna use my Sephora powder. This one is the Micro Smooth powder in the shade Bronze. And I'm just gonna use that to set the other places of my face where I didn't put like the setting powder and stuff. Because sometimes when you're using creams and they have oils in them, they can be a little bit like sticky or oily, and I don't like that feeling. So now I'm gonna go in and do my brows. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia brow pencil. This one is in the shade dark brown. My brows are just what they are. Like, I'm still into that 2017, 2018 Instagram brow look. I have not strayed away from that. Now, I will say my brows are not as crazy as they used to be. I'm gonna insert a picture so you guys can see. When I used to work at Ulta, oh baby, my brows were big and proud. And I did not know that I had brow blindness. And they were just like a little bit too much. But hell, back then, the bigger the brow, the better everyone thought that they looked. All right, so now that I have my brows done, I do like to clean up underneath with some concealer, and I'm just using the same exact one that I use under my eyes, and I just kind of line underneath, and I will use that as a guide for my eyeshadow as well, because I feel like it definitely gives a little bit more of a cleaner look. I just take that and start dragging it down once I've got that lined and cleaned up. And then I am using that concealer as an eyeshadow base because I feel like it's not too light. I don't like a super white eyeshadow base. I just feel like, yeah, it might make your eyeshadow pop, but that just depends on the type of shadows that you're going for. If it's bright colors, absolutely. But if you want more toned down shades, then you don't need it so bright. And then I'm gonna be using my Matte Essentials palette. This one is the 18CT palette from Morphe. I've used this on this channel before. Absolutely love this palette. You can still get it at Ulta. This is like a brownish mauve tone that I'm starting off with. And I don't like this eyeshadow brush at all, because that brush is giving me too much like Tokyo Drift. All right, so that's better. This one's like a more fluffier brush, and it actually is blending out that drift. So, but what pisses me off is because Morphe has discontinued their brushes in the black line, and now they have those kind of cream colored brushes, and I don't, not that I don't like them. I can't say that I don't like something that I've never tried, but I just didn't find it necessary to switch if you had brushes that was like actually good brushes. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this grayish kind of blue tone. It's definitely darker, so I'm gonna focus that mainly on the crease and the outer parts of the crease. And I'm just gonna bring that halfway to the center of the lid, like so, like that. And then I'm gonna go a little bit darker with this shade. Same brush, but this time only on the outer parts. And then I'm gonna take what's left on the brush and just sweep it under the eye. So it's gonna create like a little bit of a smoky under eye. I'm gonna take a black eyebrow pencil and just line the top of my lash line. And I'm also going to line my waterline as well. And then I will use my finger just to kind of diffuse that so you can see like the difference. All right, for my mascara, I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown's Smoky Eye Mascara. Now this mascara does allow you to get very close to the lash line so that, you know, it also gives like that smoky, like you have an eyeliner look on. My natural lashes are very small, so we are going to be using false lashes. And the lashes that we are using, these are the 3D lashes from Cherry Blossom. These are in the style 935. I pay 79 cents for these lashes, and I absolutely love them because I get them from like any local beauty supply store, and I can use them like 2 or 3 times. You probably could use them more, but that's typically when the glue starts looking, crazy. I just love using tweezers. It makes it so much easier to be able to put lashes on. That took me less than a minute to do my lashes by using tweezers, where if I just used my fingers, it would have taken forever. So I'm gonna be using this Juvia's Place blush. I know you guys have seen this time and time again. This one is the Blushed Rouge palette, and she's pretty. She's very pretty and dainty, and nowadays girls are really packing the blush on, because I remember a lot of makeup just doesn't look like that old school makeup because girls are actually wearing blush, and blush is becoming a focus. Back then the girls were just using bronzer. They were not putting blush on, because I didn't start wearing blush until recently. It just was not my thing. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Buxom lip liner. This one is their Power Line in the shade Hush Hush Henna, and it's such a pretty shade. I'll actually show you guys. This was really cool. So I got all of these for $16 on clearance at TJ Maxx. When I saw this, and I know how good Buxom lip gloss is, y'all don't understand, I love Buxom lip gloss. This one is the Star. It's unopened. Between Buxom and Anastasia, their lip gloss is the truth. So when I saw that deal, I couldn't pass it up. I just was like, oh yeah, get this. I actually went to another TJ Maxx looking to see if they had another one, because oh my gosh. But to know that they sell it individually is still good. So I overlined my lips just a little bit. Now what I am gonna do, I got a sample of lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in the shade 90s Pink. And I'm just gonna put that on. It actually matches that lip liner so well. It's giving Bombshell. And I might have to get the full size of this because, wow, I like that. So I'm gonna go on top of this with the lip gloss in the shade Dolly by Buxom. That's really pretty. And they do have like a little sparkly one. This one's in the shade Celeste. So I'm just gonna pop that on top. And it just gives sparkles. It gives me some sparkles on there. And then I don't want like a highlighter, but I do want my cheeks to be a little bit more pinky. So I'm gonna be using the Sephora Colorful Luminizer. This one is in the shade Pink Flash. And it just gives your cheeks like this really pretty iridescent pink. Wow. I'm gonna pop a little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna use my Morphe setting spray. Ooh, wow. Definitely with the red hair, it does give very much smoky, bombshell, that old school glam. Actually, I really like this. Super pretty. So yeah, thank you guys for following along. All of the products are going to be listed in the comment section below. I feel like this is such a combination of cool tone and just basically warm tone shades. I love it. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join my beautiful online family, and I will see you guys in my next video.